We're very happy to have this conversation. We've been trying to get it for a minute, and we're lucky, I think, that the young lady is making time. And you don't need to know who we're talking about after she says Patrice again. But Patrice Roberts is joining us ahead of her concert that is going to be streamed live on TTT. Hi, Patrice, how you doing?
Hi, I'm good. I'm excited. There's no carnival, and this is an opportunity to, connect virtually with my fans. It's been a while, so I'm pretty excited, to dress up and perform for my fans.
And we are excited for that as well. But even before we start to talk about reflections, I want to go backward a little bit and talk about movements through the years leading up to this point. Because sometimes people, we in Trinidad and Tobago have a habit, and it's a worthless habit, of just thinking that people wash the foot and come. So
Yeah.
in terms of people who don't know about anything, give us some of that history, thanks.
In terms of strength of a woman, it's something I always wanted to do. I was really um, on and off about the concept or even performing or doing my own concerts. And my team was like, this is the right opportunity, the right time, and I just did it. The first year I put on the concert, it was really uh, it was amazing. It was sold out, and every single year it just got better. It's so sad that I have to do it virtually this year, but it's not going to be anything short of great,
But
tonight.
but initially, Patrice, what would frighten you about doing your own concert? Because according to some people, you have content.
Just the idea of just doing your own thing, the butterflies, the everything is about you, as opposed to just running on and singing in a concert, in somebody's concert or a show. This is mine, so it has to be perfect. Anything goes wrong, it's on me. So I think that was the biggest fear.
And in terms of like going back and saying, okay, well, this was the biggest fair and this possibly was the biggest inspiration. Uh, what do you think is, and I want to go a little further back into your history, thanks. What do you think is the importance of having a foundation that's rooted in Calypso moving forward? Because you've been in the art form, making contributions and being influenced by it for a while now.
I think the most important thing is having positive people around. I had people like Marshall Montano and Colonel Roberts. I had people like Destra and even singing Sandra. The most important people in my life to give me advice and to mold me and to give me that strength and to teach me things from here and there. So I was really fortunate to be around you know role models and people who I look up to and still look up to.
Do you feel like this still Patsy from Toko from time to time, or because the way that you would say role models and people to look up to, I'm sure there are people looking up to you now. So do
Of
you do
course,
you do you feel that switch, or does it still feel a little weird sometimes?
it is a bit of both. Sometimes I feel the switch. And I mean, when I go on the streets, I see little girls or even everybody, just saying, hey, you inspire me so much. And it feels so good to me, to know that I inspire so many people. But then the flip side is like you're still human, and that burden of being a role model sometimes is really heavy. But it's something I sign up for. This is what I sign up for. So I mean, it comes with the territory.
And that's one of the things I wanted to ask about in terms of like being a role model, being in the spotlight, and essentially living a real big part of your life in the public light, growing
Yeah,
up, evolving, becoming a big girl.
yeah.
What some of those ways that you would have dealt with that?
Um, you just have to deal with it. For me, I've seen so many bad comments. I've seen I've seen things, and as a public figure, you just have to learn to deal with it. I just overcame every negative situation and turn it into something positive. It's never easy, but like I say, it comes with the territory. People will like you, some people wouldn't. A lot of people would support you and some won't. So I just kind of learned to live with the good and turn the bad into positive.
And we give thanks for that, and every time we hear Patrice again. But we're looking though.
It's again and again.
But and that content, and you say you're just doing the work and putting in the work.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily see individuals, artists, persons deciding to Lego so much tune in one season. And what's the inspiration? What's the drive behind that?
COVID teach me, to not wait, to do things now, to try to be creative, and I think with Carnival and with us being so busy, we never get the opportunity to just explore and try new things, and with me being home and having not much to do, I decided, hey, why not tap into different genres, sing about love and sing about light, because with all this pandemic and everything that is going on, love kind of keeps me sane. The people who are around, people who supports me, my loved ones, my friends, my family. So I just wanted to give that back to fans, because a lot of people is going through it. Not just me, but we all are. So I just wanted to spread light in that way, to release music and just put a smile on my fans' face. And seeing their smile, it brings a joy to me. It keeps me sane. So music is my hiding spot. Music is my getaway. Music is something that I hold dear to my heart. So there it is.
And on that joyful note, we take a short break. We come back. We're speaking with Patrice Roberts. Stay with us. We have so much in store. Welcome back. We are speaking with Patrice Roberts. Strength of a Woman Reflections is on this Thursday on TTT Live. And what are some of the things that we can be looking forward in the show show, Patrice?
Look forward to a lot of my artist friends passing through. Look forward to me singing some of my new songs, and look forward to the hot outfits that we missed for the carnival season. Me just looking my best, performing my best, and gracing the stage with all the majority of my friends from the industry, being able to perform and connect with the band members, and just a moment that we all miss.
And what goes into deciding, okay, well, yes, this is a song that I want to be a part of, or this is a rhythm that I like that I'm going to be a part of, as we look forward to your performance on Thursday?
Come on, I didn't hear that question.
What makes you decide, okay, well, yes, I want to be a part of this rhythm, I want to be a part of this song? Is it that your team says, hey, Patsy, I think you should be on this rhythm, or I think this song is one that you could deal with well?
It's a collective decision, my team, and then my writer. He would, Problem Child, I have many writers, a big up to Problem Child. He would hear a rhythm, and he would write something. I wouldn't even come up with the concept. He knows me inside out. So he would say, hey, I think you would sound good on this. Let me pen this, and everything else is history. I put my me on it, and everything else become golden.
And that brings me back to that history in Calypso, being able to kind of wrap yourself and your vibe around a song and be able to transport, and so you share meaning, because sweet voice is one thing, but have some sweet voice and it's just like froth.
Soul. For me, when I go to the studio, I don't know, I just close my eye and envision me performing, and I put my soul into it, and I was like, if I was outside, if I was a fan, how would I want my artist to song? And that's where my vibe comes.
And I spoke with somebody a little earlier, and they said the way that they perform now is a little different because you don't have the quote-unquote normal things like put your hand in the air or wave your hand. Do you find that's something that you working with as well?
Yeah, I mean, change is inevitable. The hand in the air and ragging. If you look, even before the pandemic, people would come to parties well dressed and just want to take a picture, want to have that memory in their phone. They don't come with that wanting to wave a rag and flag and wanting to be sweaty anymore. Music has evolved, and so is the performance. People kind of want to see you dress up, and they just want to enjoy the moment and take pictures on your phone. So times have changed, and so did I. I mean, everybody needs to change with time.
And yes, we know that we're dealing with it virtually, but do you think there's a bigger difference between Strength of a Woman this time around versus some that you would have had in the past? Because this is the third one, right?
It is. It is. It definitely is. The venue is a bit way smaller as a room. Um, getting the opportunity to connect, and connect physically with your fans. You know, doing it virtually is definitely not the same. Everybody's looking on social media, and you have to bring the vibe as opposed to the vibe is being physically there. So it's totally different, and that's fine. You just have to, like I say, go with the time.
And some people work harder than others. I mean, because some people would need that reaction from the crowd to say, okay, well, I'm going to feed them this sort of energy, as opposed to say, okay, well, I'm building that from within. Do you find it's hard to make that switch? I know you say you need to change with the times, but is it a hard
It
switch for
is
you?
hard to make that switch, but when you love when you love what you like to do, well, I like to sing, I love to entertain. When you love what you do, then it becomes easy. You know, when the cameras is on for me virtually, I smile, I close my eye, I perform, I just do me. And I think the fans feel that, from, I mean, virtually, they feel it.
And is there any surprise? Well, I don't know if to ask about surprises, but you say there's a lot to look forward to. And were you giving us some of the people? Because I know you say friend. We're calling any name? Or
Nah, I don't want to give it out. I
if I
just
call name, you go
friend.
whistle?
Well, I probably might.
We won't do that at this point in time, but we want to make sure that people are able to follow you, get that idea of what is happening, what are some of the things that you have in store. And with that in mind, what do you think is next? Because yes, Strength of a Woman, reflections, but after looking in that mirror, what do you think you're going to be doing a little bit moving forward?
Um, I want to work on my album. I want to go into probably my clothing line. So, do different things. Go into different businesses. I'm just brainstorming and soul searching right now. But I know that's the direction that I want to go. I'm definitely going to still continue music, doing tap into different genre of music, collaborating with big acts. That's me. That's my goal. Just to push myself a little further than where I'm at right now.
And it's really interesting that you say that because one of the things that I was looking at is the way that it seems as though you're able to go forward and go backward almost really seamlessly. So in terms of like doing something with Lord Nelson or
Mm-hmm.
being able to bubble on a rhythm that has a little more the Afrobeat vibe or
Yeah.
doing something with someone like Conscience and just saying, okay, well, this I'm able to just span all these gaps because it's music and you say you love music. But
Yeah.
is there a favorite that you have? Is there something you have in a little sweet spot?
Tender. Tender have a special place in my heart. I don't know, man. Like I just love that song. It's different. It's a different side of me. From the moment that I heard it, I fell in love. I think Tender is gonna go places. And for me, I tend to know where to go because where I started. Big up to Marshall Montano. I always give him his praise. I have learned from him. I've taken a page. I take a page from his book. Um, he's a person that he's very smart. He always on to the next, and I've learned that. Even now, I'm thinking ahead. What's next? What am I going to do? What's the next step? What's the next song? So I'm always thinking, even when I'm sleeping, my brain is always going. So yeah.
All right, well, we want to thank you for bringing the general hotness, sweetness, message music, music that make you feel to jam, wine,
Yeah, of
love
course.
tenderly,
Cry, close your eyes.
all kind of thing, all kind of thing. So we're looking forward to it on Thursday, and thank you very much for
Exactly.
the work that you do and continue to
Thank
do,
you.
Patrice.
Thank you
Especially
very
making
much.
times within
Yes,
this
it's
season,
very
get gearing up
hectic.
for it.
It is, and mentally, it's sometimes is, I mean, it's not easy. But I always tend to push through. So to all the loyal listeners, people who are listening, watching, I love you. Thanks for the love and the support, and I can't wait, to put on a great show for you. And yeah, thank you for the love and the support.
And we want to thank you for what you do and the way you do it, Patrice. Patrice
Thank
Roberts,
you.
giving us that time within this busy schedule. And we want to thank you on behalf of everyone in the newsroom. I'm DK Rosta. Have a blessed one. Enjoy your night.